All right, what we're looking at here is our performance conditioning drill. We have 10 total cones, so if you don't have cones, go out to Sports Authority and get them. They're relatively cheap. Otherwise, socks, frisbees, shoes, anything that won't really blow away will also do. 10 total cones. We've got our midline cones here. Then we have our recovery course. And then we have our playmaking box. So set your first cone down, take 10 medium-sized steps, place the next cone down, repeat until you've laid out 40 yards. Then our recovery course, these side cones need to be anywhere between 5 and 8 steps away from the middle in a triangle. So make sure those are laid out. And then you're going to add a fourth cone down here to make the recovery box, so when you look at it, you've got a diamond or a box in the middle. What we're trying to do here is replicate the demands, the technical and fatigue demands of performance, and improve your ability to make plays when you're tired, and to increase your resilience to fatigue, so you can stay fresh and fast for longer. One round is the completion of a 40-yard sprint followed by a recovery pattern followed by 2 plays. A 30-yard sprint, recovery pattern, 2 plays, 20 yards, recovery, 2 plays, 10 yards, recovery, 2 plays, and then you repeat that all over again, all the way back down to the 10 yards and 2 plays. Once you've completed that second round through, then you're going to practice what we call strength endurance. What happens to athletes when they fatigue is that their ground contact time goes up. Instead of running and hopping and cutting like a kangaroo, we run, hop, and cut like an elephant. So the strength endurance piece is after you've finished your 2 rounds, you're going to pick a leg and hop on it for 10 yards and walk back. The idea is to hop like a kangaroo, not like an elephant. When you notice you're starting to fatigue, make that mental correction and get on and off your feet nice and quick. Look fresh, fake it till you make it sort of thing. But these 10-yard hops, 20 yards total per leg, are your opportunity to practice being bouncy and quick and rapid under fatigue, which is really important. After you've finished your 20 yards each leg, you're going to rest 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and then you're going to try to repeat that for anywhere between 3 to 5 rounds. It's going to be a challenge. So let's talk about more specifics when it comes to locomotion patterns and playmaking. So let's go back to round 1, our first sprint. Start here, ready, set, go. Sprint your 40 yards. Now, your recovery locomotion patterns, we want to mix those up. Anytime you're going from middle to outside, I want you to either shuffle, back pedal, or back skip, because that's how you usually move. Those are the other choices of movement other than jogging or sprinting that you need to be used to. So you complete your sprint. Let's say you shuffle out. Then I always want you jogging in. Now we're heading back out again, so let's say that one's a back pedal. Then we're heading back in again, so that one's a jog. Then we're heading back out again, so maybe that's a back skip. Heading back in, it's a jog, and then maybe back to our shuffle, and then a jog. So anytime you're heading out, you're doing one of these. Anytime you're heading back in, you're jogging. And that's how you're going to recover. When we make it back to our box, we want you to practice the playmaking skills while you're tired. So starting in the middle, and then you're going to piece together 2 movements. It's going to be a medium speed movement to one cone, then a stop, turn, and explode to the other cone, and then make a play. So that's either jumping or tackling or whatever it is you need to be able to do when the ball's coming at you. So that's one play. Then pick another pattern. So maybe it's a jog forward, sprint to the side, jump. Any number of combinations. Don't limit yourself. Mix it up every time, but the idea is go from a medium speed locomotion pattern to a stop, turn, and explode, and then make a play. So that's generally the idea. hopefully that makes sense. And you're practicing game-like patterns, game-like skills, game-like movement challenges while under fatigue. And that's the idea. So when you start feeling yourself slowing down, you start running like an elephant or hopping or jumping like an elephant, make the mental note to correct that. Try to get up higher. Try to stay lighter on your feet. And that's going to pay major dividends when you start to feel fatigue set on in your games. You know you've been there before, and you know you can make the mental adjustments to correct it. One way to make measurable results are to track or time yourself through the course. So you've got your 40-yard recovery, 2 plays, 30-yard recovery, 2 plays, 20-yard recovery, 2 plays, 10-yard recovery, 2 plays. Repeat that whole thing and time it. See how fast you can get it done. And then do your strength endurance, your hops to reinforce good sprinting mechanics, the quick hoppies, and then rest. And then let's say you get 3 minutes and 35 seconds the first time. Try to get as close to 3 minutes and 35 seconds on your second round. Chances are you're not going to be able to make that same time because you're now in fatigue. You're at threshold and your ability to recover is starting to diminish. So that's okay. But if you can keep track of your times, you might be able to mark your progress. So, for example, first round's 3:35, second round's 5 minutes, third round 7 minutes. Well, next time, try to cut down the times on round 2 and 3, and that way you have some specific times to shoot for. Hopefully that makes sense. Call, email, text if you have any questions. And good luck.